A Honda owner with 400,000 miles on his original Civic just shared with me the most brilliant maintenance hack I've heard in 20 years of working on these vehicles. This wasn't something he read in a manual or learned from a mechanic. This was a technique he discovered through years of ownership, countless oil changes, and paying close attention to how his Honda actually behaves. And he's not alone. Long-term Honda owners develop an entire arsenal of brilliant hacks, shortcuts, and techniques that new owners never discover. Little tricks that save money, prevent problems, and make Honda ownership significantly easier. These aren't the basic tips you find in owner's manuals. These are the genius solutions that experienced Honda drivers have figured out through years of real-world ownership. The kind of hacks that make you slap your forehead and say, "Why didn't I think of that?" I've been working on Hondas for 17 years, and I've learned that the most valuable Honda knowledge doesn't come from training manuals. It comes from owners who've been driving and maintaining these vehicles for decades. Today, I'm going to share 15 genius hacks that only experienced Honda drivers know. These are proven techniques that will save you time, money, and frustration once you start using them. By the end of this video, you'll have the insider knowledge that takes most Honda owners 10+ years to discover on their own. Let's start with the hack that saves the most money. Hack number 1. The oil change interval. Sweet spot. Experienced Honda owners don't blindly follow the maintenance minder or manufacturer recommendations. They've discovered the perfect oil change interval through years of trial and observation. The genius hack: change oil every 4,000 miles regardless of what the maintenance minder says or what type of driving you do. Here's why this specific interval is perfect. At 3,000 miles, oil still has plenty of life left. You're wasting money changing too frequently. At 5,000 miles, Honda's VTEC system starts experiencing increased wear from oil breakdown, especially during high RPM operation. At 4,000 miles, you're at the sweet spot where oil still has protective capacity, but you're preventing VTEC and timing chain wear before it starts. Experienced Honda owners track this and have discovered their engines last significantly longer with 4,000-mile changes compared to longer intervals. The annual cost difference is minimal, one extra oil change per year for most drivers. But the longevity difference is dramatic. Real example: two identical 2010 Accords purchased new. Owner A followed maintenance minder intervals, 7,000 to 9,000 miles. Owner B changed every 4,000 miles. At 250,000 miles, Owner B's engine still ran like new. Owner A needed timing chain replacement at 180,000 miles, $2,400, due to stretch from oil degradation. Hack number 2. The tire rotation direction. Secret. Most people rotate tires in a standard cross pattern. Experienced Honda owners have discovered that Honda's front-heavy weight distribution requires a specific rotation pattern for maximum tire life. The genius hack: always rotate rear tires straight forward to the front, cross the front tires to the rear. This pattern accounts for Honda's front weight bias and front-wheel drive dynamics. The rear tires wear more evenly because they carry less weight, so moving them to the high-wear front position extends their life. Front tires develop specific wear patterns from steering and power delivery. Moving them to the rear in a cross pattern allows them to wear more evenly in their new position. Experienced Honda owners report 15 to 20% longer tire life using this specific rotation pattern compared to standard patterns. Hack number 3. The cold start technique. Experienced Honda owners have perfected the cold start procedure that minimizes engine wear and maximizes longevity. The genius hack: after starting a cold engine, let it idle for exactly 30 seconds, then drive gently under 2,500 RPM for the first 2 miles. Why 30 seconds specifically? It's the minimum time needed for oil to circulate fully through the engine, including the VTEC system and timing chain tensioner. Less than 30 seconds, and some components don't have adequate oil pressure. more than 2 minutes, and you're wasting fuel and creating carbon deposits from rich cold running. Why gentle driving for 2 miles? This is the distance required for the engine to reach optimal operating temperature under normal driving conditions. During this warm-up period, keeping RPMs below 2,500 prevents excessive wear on components not yet at operating temperature. Experienced Honda owners swear this technique is why their engines last 300,000 plus miles with minimal wear. Hack number 4, the fuel economy maximization trick. Long-term Honda owners have discovered the exact driving technique that maximizes fuel economy without sacrificing practicality. The genius hack: accelerate to your target speed at 75% throttle, then immediately back off to maintenance throttle. This technique works with Honda's engine management programming. Moderate acceleration gets you to speed quickly, minimizing time in inefficient low-speed operation. Once at speed, light throttle maintains momentum with minimal fuel consumption. The alternative, gradual gentle acceleration, keeps you in inefficient operating ranges longer. The other extreme, aggressive acceleration, wastes fuel unnecessarily. Experienced Honda owners report 10 to 15% better fuel economy using this 75% acceleration maintenance throttle technique compared to other driving styles. Hack number 5, the brake pad life extension method. Experienced Honda owners have figured out how to double brake pad life through intelligent driving technique. The genius hack: begin braking earlier and more gently, using engine braking for initial speed reduction. Most drivers wait until the last moment and brake harder than necessary. This generates excessive heat and wears pads rapidly. Experienced Honda owners anticipate stops earlier. They lift off the throttle well before braking is needed, allowing engine compression to slow the vehicle. This pre-slowing means the actual brake application is gentler and shorter. The result: brake pads that last 80,000 to 100,000 miles instead of 40,000 to 50,000 miles. That's doubling brake pad life just through driving technique. Hack number 6, the AC compressor longevity trick. Long-term Honda owners have discovered a simple technique that dramatically extends AC compressor life. The genius hack: run the AC on maximum cold for 30 seconds once per month, even in winter. This brief operation circulates refrigerant and lubricates all AC system seals and components. It prevents seals from drying out during long periods of non-use. The maximum cold setting ensures the compressor runs at full capacity, circulating oil throughout the entire system, including lines and the condenser. Experienced Honda owners who follow this practice report AC compressors lasting 200,000 plus miles. Honda owners who only run AC in summer often face compressor replacement at 100,000 to 120,000 miles. Hack number 7, the battery life extension secret. Experienced Honda owners have perfected the technique for maximizing battery life in modern Hondas with high electrical demands. The genius hack: once per month, take a 30-minute highway drive with minimal electrical accessories running. Modern Hondas have significant electrical draws from computers, sensors, and systems that operate even when the car is off. Short trip driving doesn't fully recharge the battery, leading to gradual discharge and shortened battery life. The monthly highway drive ensures complete battery recharge. With accessories minimized, all alternator output goes to battery charging rather than powering systems. Experienced Honda owners routinely get 7 to 10 years from batteries using this technique. Average Honda owners replace batteries every 3 to 5 years. Hack number 8, the windshield wiper blade resurrection. Instead of replacing wiper blades every 6 to 12 months, experienced Honda owners have discovered how to restore them for months of additional life. The genius hack: clean wiper blade edges monthly with rubbing alcohol on a cloth. Wiper blades don't fail because the rubber wears out. They fail because dirt, oil, and road film accumulate on the blade edge, preventing proper contact with the windshield. Cleaning the blade edge with rubbing alcohol removes these contaminants and restores smooth wiping action. This can extend blade life from 6 months to 18 to 24 months. The technique: lift the wiper arm, run a cloth dampened with rubbing alcohol along the entire blade edge, flip the blade over, and repeat on the other edge. Takes 2 minutes total. Hack number 9. The cabin air filter life extension. Experienced Honda owners have figured out how to triple cabin air filter life through simple maintenance. The genius hack: remove and vacuum the cabin air filter every 3 months instead of replacing it annually. Cabin air filters capture dust and debris on the surface. This surface contamination is what reduces airflow, not deep filter penetration. Vacuuming the filter surface removes this accumulated debris and restores airflow. The filter can be cleaned 3 to 4 times before actual replacement is needed. This extends filter replacement from annual to every 3 to 4 years, saving $60 to $80 over that period. The vacuuming takes 5 minutes every 3 months. Hack number 10. The check engine light preliminary diagnosis. Before spending money on professional diagnosis, experienced Honda owners perform their own preliminary check that often identifies the problem. The genius hack: when the check engine light appears, check the gas cap first, then drive for exactly 3 days before diagnostic scanning. Loose gas caps cause EVAP system codes that trigger check engine lights. This accounts for 30 to 40% of all check engine lights in Honda. Tightening the cap and driving for 3 days allows the system to run self-tests and clear the code if that was the issue. If the light remains after 3 days with a properly tightened cap, then professional diagnosis is warranted. But this simple check saves diagnostic fees 30% of the time. Hack number 11. The power window restoration technique. Experienced Honda owners have discovered how to restore sluggish power windows without expensive motor replacement. The genius hack: clean the window tracks and seals with silicone spray lubricant annually. Power windows slow down because friction increases in the window channels, not because motors wear out. Dirt, old lubricant, and rubber seal drag all contribute to this friction. Silicone spray on the window tracks and rubber seals reduces friction dramatically. This makes windows operate like new and prevents premature motor failure from strain. The technique takes 10 minutes per window and costs $5 in silicone spray. It prevents $400 to $600 power window motor replacements. Hack number 12. The headlight restoration without kits. Instead of buying expensive headlight restoration kits, experienced Honda owners use a simple household item with better results. The genius hack: clean oxidized headlights with regular white toothpaste in a microfiber cloth. Toothpaste contains mild abrasives that polish away oxidation, just like expensive restoration compounds. It works identically to products costing $20 to $30. The technique: apply toothpaste to a damp microfiber cloth. Rub in circular motions across the headlight lens for 2 to 3 minutes per light. Rinse with water and dry. Results last 6 to 12 months. For severe oxidation, wet sand with 2000 grit sandpaper first, then use the toothpaste method. Hack number 13. The spare tire pressure maintenance. Experienced Honda owners never get stranded with a flat spare because they follow one simple practice. The genius hack: check spare tire pressure every oil change, not annually or when you have a flat. Spare tires lose pressure just like regular tires, often faster because they're exposed to temperature extremes in the trunk or under the vehicle. By checking every oil change, every 4,000 miles, you ensure the spare is always ready. You'll never discover a flat spare when you need it most. This takes 30 extra seconds during oil changes, but prevents the disaster of needing a spare and discovering it's unusable. Hack number 14. The Bluetooth connection memory. Clear. When Hondas develop persistent Bluetooth connection problems, experienced owners know the quick fix that dealerships charge $100 to perform: the genius hack. Delete all paired devices, disconnect the car battery for exactly 10 minutes, reconnect, then repair devices one at a time. This complete reset clears corrupted Bluetooth memory that causes connection failures, audio dropouts, and pairing problems. The 10-minute battery disconnect is crucial because shorter periods don't fully clear the system memory. Longer periods don't provide additional benefit. Repairing devices one at a time instead of all at once prevents the memory conflicts that caused the original problem. Hack number 15. The maintenance record tracking system. Experienced Honda owners don't rely on memory or service stickers. They use a simple tracking system that protects their investment: the genius hack. Keep a small notebook in the glove box. Record every service with date, mileage, and what was done. This simple practice provides several benefits: prevents duplicate services or missed maintenance, provides documentation for warranty claim, increases resale value with documented service history, helps identify patterns or recurring problems, ensures correct service intervals regardless of who performs work. Experienced Honda owners swear by this practice. When selling their Honda, documented maintenance history adds $1,000 to $2,000 to resale value. The notebook costs $2 and takes 30 seconds to update after each service. The common thread: attention to detail. All of these hacks share a common characteristic. They require paying attention to your Honda's behavior and needs rather than just driving until something breaks. Experienced Honda owners are proactive instead of reactive. They perform small maintenance tasks before they become big problems, pay attention to how their Honda responds to different techniques, track patterns, and optimize based on results, invest small amounts of time to save large amounts of money. This mindset is what separates Hondas that last 300,000 plus miles from those that need major repairs at 120,000 miles. Why these hacks aren't common knowledge. These genius techniques remain unknown to most Honda owners because they're not in owner's manuals or official Honda documentation. Dealerships have no incentive to share money-saving tips. They're discovered through years of ownership experience. They require slightly more effort than minimum maintenance. They contradict some conventional automotive wisdom, but the Honda owners who discover and implement these hacks enjoy significantly lower ownership costs and dramatically longer vehicle life. Your action plan. Start implementing these hacks immediately. This week, set up your maintenance tracking notebook and begin the 4,000-mile oil change schedule. This month, clean your wiper blades, vacuum your cabin air filter, and check your spare tire pressure. Every month, run the AC on max cold for 30 seconds and take one long highway drive with minimal accessories. Every oil change, rotate tires using the Honda-specific pattern and check spare tire pressure. These simple practices compound over time, resulting in a Honda that runs better, lasts longer, and costs less to maintain than vehicles that don't receive this intelligent care. The bottom line: genius Honda hacks aren't about complicated modifications or expensive products. They're about understanding how Honda engineering works and optimizing your maintenance and driving to work with that engineering. These 15 hacks represent decades of collective Honda ownership experience distilled into practical techniques that anyone can implement immediately. The Honda owners who use these methods enjoy vehicles that routinely exceed 300,000 miles with minimal repairs, excellent reliability, and low ownership costs. You don't need to be a mechanic or a Honda expert to use these hacks. You just need to be willing to pay attention, invest small amounts of time in preventive care, and learn from the experiences of long-term Honda owners. Start using these genius hacks today, and your Honda ownership experience will be transformed. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.